Hello students, we are continuing with the poem The Lotus Eaters. In our previous session, we discussed the poet Tennyson and the background of the poem. Up till now, we know that this poem by Victorian representative poet Tennyson is based on Homer's Odyssey when after Trojan War he is returning home. Today we will discuss the first five Spencarian stanzas of the poem. About the style of Spencarian stanza, we will have a different session. Lotus Eaters is a lyric poem. However, the first 45 lines contains narration as well as lyricism. The tone of the Lotus Eaters is melancholic and objective. The atmosphere is surreal as if the events in the poem are part of a dream. And this you can notice from the text of the poem. The opening five stanzas give us an account of the scenery and atmosphere of the lotus land. It's important to note here that in Greek legend, lotus is an African plant. It's mentioned as food inducing luxurious dreaminess and distaste for active life. This picture of landscape and environment was inspired by Tennyson's visit to Pyrenees mountains in Spain with his close friend Arthur Hallam. Coming to the text of the poem, courage, he said, and land. This mounting wave will roll us shoreward soon. When, in the course of his voyage, Ulysses sighted the land of lotus eaters and encouragingly pointed it out to his fatigued sailors. In the afternoon, they came unto a land in which it seemed always afternoon. This line shows the real meaning of the stanza. In the land, the atmosphere was languid and things looked motionless and faint. It's important to note here that in ancient Greek legend, the lotus is mentioned as a food inducing luxurious dreaminess and distaste for active life. After eating it, one felt drowsy and inclined to lie down and rest. This whole stanza takes us to the atmosphere where there is no freshness of morning activity. Stanza 2. The poet continues with his description of the scenery of the island of the Lotus Eaters. It was a land of streams, and a number of streams covered with foam flowed down the hills. At a distance could be seen three mountain tops covered with snow. So the whole text shows, the stanza of the 1, stanza 2 shows that it was a land with no sign of change. Stanza 3. The sunset seemed to linger in the west, though the opening in the mountains one could see far into the interior. There were yellow fields and valleys lined with palm trees. Soon the lotus eaters with their pale, melancholy faces came to Ulysses and his sailors and stood round them. Stanza 4. The lotus eaters gave to the sailors of Ulysses the lotus fruit. As soon as they tasted the fruit, a strange change came upon them. The voices of their companions seemed to them hollow and strange as voices from the grave, and they felt lethargic and sleepy. Stanza 5. A strange lethargy overtook the sailors. They sat down on the sand as if they were exhausted. They no longer want to return to their island home. This is the meaning of the underlined line. It seemed to them tiresome to sail on the sea and use their oars. The repetition of weary is expressive of their own weariness and their desire for rest. It seemed that they had lost all their energy and were no longer capable of any activity. They decided to rest in the island and sail no more. These are the five stanzas of the first five stanzas of Lotus.